Right, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, because this will come up in the morning. This is Harry from Hasper TV, back with another match reaction video. So this is me coming almost straight back from the game doing match reaction. So yeah, literally a match reaction, if you want to put it that way. So Spurs did beat Forest in the end 3-1 at home, which is a game that Spurs should be expected to win, if we're being completely honest. Let's talk about the game. First of all, the first half was really poor again. I know Spurs took the lead, but Forest... Spurs took the lead. Well, Forest came back with a Langar to Wood, and it was just... I mean, Forest played through Spurs. It was very... Honestly, guys, it was a very hard watch, that game. I know we won 3-1, but it wasn't that easy to watch. The first half, like I said, again, it was really poor. Bissouma was poor again. I feel like Forest have, kind of exploited Spurs overloads on the wide areas. That's what it felt like to me in the first half. And Nuno's plan, whatever it was kind of working. And Spurs in the first half, near the end, I'm sorry, I think Forest, they could have easily been 2-3-0 up or 3-1 up in the first half, and it was against a better side. Spurs would have been losing. But of course, Spurs went into the break at 1-1, and Ange made some changes, which I will give him credit for, because, again, I mentioned Bissouma earlier in this video, but he was poor. Sarr, less so, but I think Ange did the right call. He took off Bissouma and Sarr, brought on Benson and Højbjerg, and they both made a difference. Spurs controlled the game a lot better in the second half. But I think, as you can tell, I'm still pretty annoyed, is that the front three for me were just almost non-existent. I thought Johnson again was rubbish. Werner, yes, he has the odd, what's it called, burst of pace and the odd, where you think he might be really good, but, he's not it. Werner's not it. If you want to win a trophy, he's really not it. And Son, yeah, some people may say he ran his socks off, but again, just very disjointed front three. And the reason I bring this up is that Porro and Van der Ven scored. So two defenders basically won Spurs the game. And you would have thought someone like Johnson or Werner would score in a game like this. And I bring this up because a lot of people say about statistics and all that, but some statistics that are quite important in this is that Werner and Johnson's goals have all come against the teams not in the top six. And part of me kind of expect them to score today, but they didn't. I know Werner, you could argue, got the assist with their own goal, but Johnson was left wanting. Some people may say I was because he's playing Forest, but nah, I don't really buy that personally. And yeah, I mean, what can you say? Spurs did win 3-1, but it was a lot less comfortable than it turned out to be. And there was even, at 3-1, Spurs were even doing these stupid passes at the back. We're 3-1 up, guys. Don't mess it up. And if maybe Forest got a goal, they could have gone back into the game. I don't know. But I don't know. I watch this football, and a lot of people say it's amazing to watch. Swashbuckling football. Ange plays great football. But I still stand by what I said on the streams. We've looked better under Renat. We were better under Poch. Even maybe some other managers, even Joel. To me, and this is no disrespect to Martin Joel, but the standard what we're seeing is arguably what we did under him. And bear in mind, Martin Joel only missed out on top four because of the Lasagna Gate, and also because we arguably were a top four side back then. But Martin Joel took over a team sort of in the same scenario as this, you could argue, after Santini left. He had some good players, some bad players, some average, bit of a mix. And we're talking about this is 06. We're in 2024. This is 18 years ago. And yeah, some people say, oh, well, we're probably going to finish in top four this year. And yeah, we probably will. But then we probably might not, because our last 7 fixtures, we've got 4 to 5. What was it? 4 or 5 really difficult games. We've got 5 difficult games. We've got home to City, home to Arsenal, away to Newcastle, away to Chelsea. It's not going to be easy. And I'm sure Ange is looking at this and thinking, oh, we can get points there, but it's going to be a lot harder than people think. Got to go to Anfield as well. I'm not looking forward to that game at all. Newcastle, Liverpool, Chelsea all the way from home, then Man City and Arsenal at home in your last 7 games. I only look at our last 2 games and think, Burnley and Sheffield United are probably going to be down by that point. I mean, you never know, it might be fighting for their lives, but you'd think on paper we'd win those last 2. But I think St James's Park next week is going to be a very difficult game, especially play like this, because then against a better team, they'll exploit the wide areas, which it's just, look, the fullbacks are inverted. We all know that's not going to change, but until the quality changes in the front 3 and we get a proper number 6, there's no disrespect to Højbjerg, who I actually thought has done quite well in the instances he's come on this season. I think he's done all right. But we need like a real world-class number 6 in there. And 3 attackers, which, and this is nothing against Son personally, he's just, you look at his age and he's not going to be here forever. He can stay as an impact player, but the other 2, no thank you. But, you know, a front 3 that can actually be clinical, and today not non-existent. I mean, like I said, I expect Vernon and Johnson to do something, because statistically speaking, supposedly, they do well against these sorts of sides, and they didn't, which could somehow, you could argue, come as a shock, because we always expected them to score and do something in this game, right? But they didn't. So, we've got Newcastle away next week, a much harder game than this. But the 3 points are the 3 points. And I guess we move on. And just like I said, there needs to be improvements in the front 3. There needs to be improvements in the midfield. And I think Ange needs to learn. A lot of people criticise about his in-game management, about the substitutions and that, which you could argue somewhat improved. But my biggest criticism of him is just his lack of flexibility in his tactics or style, whatever phrase you want to, agree with. It's just, to me, that's the bigger issue. To see out a game, you don't have to keep playing this tippy-tappy round the back. Like, mate, just get rid of it. Don't do this. It almost cost us a goal in the end, because Højbjerg was past it to, I can't remember exactly who it was, but maybe Origi or something like that, and they almost were in. And we were 3-2. But it's game management in terms of managing the situation and saying, look, we need to close this game out. Calm down. Don't do anything stupid. Don't play around the back. But we still do it. So yeah, eventually one of the games is going to cost us. But Newcastle away, very tough game. But I guess we've got 3 points in the game against the 17th team in the league, and which we should do, and we just move on. Nothing special I saw today that made me think, wow, we're going to do something amazing. Like I said, unless we go big in the transfer market, which we all know Levy probably won't do. So yeah, come on, you Spurs.